Alright, hello. I will be showing you guys today my Sunbracers build. So first we'll start off with the subclass. We're going to run Well of Radiance. Either one really doesn't matter, but you know, Wells is all around really good. For the abilities, we're going to run Phoenix Dive, Burst Glide, Incinerator Step, and obviously the Solar Grenades, because we're using Sunbracers. Aspects, you got to go with Heat Rises and Touch of Flame. We'll get into the use of this a little bit later. For the fragments, I run Ember of Searing. That way I get the plus 10 recovery and also that fire sprite from Scorched targets, which will be a lot of targets, and those fire sprites are going to give us melee energy. The Scorching will. Ember of Empyrean, which makes it so that our solar weapon and ability kills just extend the duration of Restoration and Radiant. Ember of Torches, so those melee attacks that we are using make us Radiant. And then Ember of Solace, so that those timers have a longer duration. So Heat Rises, what we're going to use with this is obviously consuming our grenade. But this is actually going to give us benefits for our Phoenix Dive, where while Heat Rises is active, we gain Restoration and Scorch targets when we land. And then Touch of Flame helps boost our Solar Grenades. So for the stats, I don't focus too much on my strength. I just get it to around tier 7. Obviously, if you want to go higher, you can. But one of the benefits of Heat Rises is while airborne, you not only increase your duration of Heat Rises, as you also get melee energy. So I thought there was not really a need for a high strength. So I focus out on my recovery and my resilience. The rest of the stats can be whatever you want. You do not need high discipline because part of Sunbracers obviously is getting that melee kill to get that unlimited solar energy. So now we'll move into the mods. So first we're going to have a resilience mod just to help buff that, but this can be whatever you need to get your stats up. I put on Finder and Scout for heavy. I also have a Harmonic Siphon because we're using Sunshot with this. You can flip some of this out. I will show you 2 different weapon loadouts I use with this. Both of them work well. It's really up to personal preference at that point. I don't know why I'm getting shot, so I'm just going to move in here. On the gloves, you have to have firepower, of course, and then bolstering helps us get our class ability back a little bit quicker. Move back here. On the chest piece, just run whatever resistance mods you want. I was doing strikes earlier, so that's why these are all arc, but whatever one you want. If you can fill in charged up, I would replace one of them for charged up. I can't because I needed the resilience here. On the boots, you're going to run a Solar Surge to help with your Sunshot. Oh my gosh. Invigoration to help with your melee cooldown, and Recuperation to help with health anytime you pick up an orb power. And then lastly, on the bond, you're going to run Outreach, so using your class ability reduces melee. Utility Kickstart, so you get a little bit back when you use it, and your armor charges help give you more. And then Powerful Attraction, which automatically collects nearby orbs of power when you activate your class ability. It's a really good mod, kind of underused just because of how good Reaper is as well. But in this case, I think this is actually better to use. So again, for this, I'm using Sunshot. Just great overall weapon. To pair with this, obviously you get that solar explosions and stuff. Your other weapons don't matter too much. I use blinding grenades, auto-loading, just to help keep those enemies disoriented, making it easier to get those melee kills and those group kills. And right now I'm using the new Strand Rocket just because it carries a lot of ammo. Yeah, so let's do a real quick run to this lost sector, and I could show you the gameplay loop real quick. I don't know why it's been popping up like that. So the first thing you want to do is consume your grenade, and then just start you don't want to float in the air, but you want to start jumping in the air to get that. Obviously, the artifact mod this season is going to help with making those solar orbs. Here we're going to get the melee kill, and then we're going to chuck tons of grenades. While you're throwing your grenades, it's best to be airborne. So you see I already got my thing back. I'm now going to proc my Phoenix Dive to get that restoration. And now I basically have unlimited healing and unlimited damage buff from Radiant, as long as I'm getting solar kills, which is why it's important to run a solar weapon with this. So Sunshot works great in this part of it. Again, I would want to get some more airborne kills, which is why we're going to switch to this other loadout real quick, and hopefully get some special ammo. So the other one we use, I just pair it with Outbreak, but really you can use whatever here. I just really like Outbreak. And then a Waveframe Grenade, obviously it needs to be solar, so I use Explosive Personality. And then we're going to flip out the Heavy Ammo Scout for Kinetic Siphon. And let me see if I had any special back here. Hold on. No, I did not. Okay, it's fine. So this one's going to play the exact same, except this time we're going to be going for more hoppy kills, essentially. So proc this real quick. Do that. And you can see I'm hopping around a lot instead of floating. And that also works great with this grenade launcher in order to get that melee back up. Just keep hopping around instead of floating in the air, because that actually kind of puts you at a disadvantage. One good thing to remember about Sunbracers is that Sunbracers ready. You can see all the orbs I made over here. Sunbracers ready is not mean you have to throw it right away. You have 5 seconds before you start throwing your grenades. One key thing you can do is consume that grenade right away. And that will help get your heat rises procced. So like right here, I'm just going to jump. Get some of that stuff back. I did lose my restoration, so I'm going to pre-proc that. There we have it. That's basically the build here. I'm just going to finish off this guy real quick. Oh, if I can hit my shots. There we go. There you have it. That is the Sunbracers build for your Solar Warlocks. Yeah, there we go.